Well, I didn't get started on decorating on Thanksgiving Day because Thanksgiving cooking and then Thanksgiving cleanup was more than I could manage all at once. So I am actually starting to decorate here. This is November 30th. So here we go. It's November 30th. Now I am having to get some things slowly decorated. I'm just not able to do everything at once. Donald and I did. I'll show you in this video. Clean out the top of this. You know, I always decorate this for the holidays. I have a tree that goes right here in the corner, just a small tree. That tree is right here. So I'll be decorating this little tree just to go on that shelf there in the foyer. And then I'm decorating this little tree right here. It's just a tiny little thing, maybe a foot tall. Maybe just a little bit bigger than a foot with a star. But it's just a tiny little tree, and I've got these tiny little balls right here. These ornaments. And I am just taking some wire, floral wire, and cutting little pieces, and I'm going to wire them on here onto this little tree. This one I'll decorate so that we can put it right there in the foyer. And I have got things drug out like you would not believe. There's just stuff drug out everywhere. So I'll just show you as I go along. The dismantling is messy, isn't it, honey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are battery-operated lights. I usually take them off and I put them in their own.
It's a woman's thing, you know.
It is. I love to decorate, but it takes a lot, especially when it's up like this. But we're slowly getting it down. We'll wipe that down and start putting up the Christmas stuff. Donald and I are taking down this Thanksgiving and this fall decor right here. And we're going to put it in the tub that we've got designated for it. Now, Ellie helped me get this all up here and helped me take the other stuff down while we put this up. Donald's going to help me take it down, and we're going to put some Christmas decor up. Here's the second day of Vlogmas. You'll have to excuse the background noise. My little granddaughter's in the back, and she's enjoying one of her movies, and so I can't bother her. She likes her videos turned up loud, and she's in there watching her little video. Well, I am enjoying the second day of Vlogmas. I thought I'd bring y'all along. I am still decorating the tree. I have got the tree up. I'm making sure that all of the lights are working. They are looking pretty good. I've got a few things I've got to do to it, and I've got a lot of stuff out here that I've got to decorate with. Got all the decorations pulled out. It's just a pile of them here in boxes. So my living room is a mess right now. And I've got a little stinker, a new little stinker who's never had Christmas here before. And she's just laying right there seeing what she can get into. Now she has enjoyed checking out that tree. She's climbed it and wrestled it a little bit and messed with things. And I'm trying to teach her no. But I might take a little while. She's just as cute as she can be, and I have enjoyed her this morning, and I will fully try and train her so that she'll learn not to climb and mess with it. I'm a little bit worried about the ornaments. I think she's going to think they're toys. I am in the process of putting up the fall cups and pulling out the Christmas cups. Today's the cup I'm going to use. Joy to the world. That's right. Joy to the world. So I've got this cup, and I am going to... I don't have to worry about making a decision about my tea. I've got this little advent calendar, and my sweet little granddaughter, Stormy Joanna, took the time to go ahead and put tea in here for me. Now she picked the tea, so I don't know what I'm going to get each day, but I like this advent calendar because it's on both sides and it's all the way up until Christmas Day. It's on both sides, and you know, some of the advent calendars only go for 12 days, and we like to just have one every day for the month of December. So here is day number 2. Now she has put 2 tea bags in here for each day, one in the morning and one at night for me, one in the evening. Let's see what kind she's got in here. Organic white tea and passion fruit. And it's by Touch Organic. Okay, so I imagine both of them are that. I'm going to put that in there so when I have my evening cup of tea, I'll know what it is. She filled each one of these up for me, so they'll be a surprise for me each day, and I'm excited to try that. So I've got the Joy to the World Ray Dunn cup, and I'm going to enjoy a cup of tea. I cooked up some shrimp. I got some shrimp right here. I'm going to get this and get a little bit of shrimp sauce, and that's what I'm going to have for lunch. It's already 12:27. It's time to stop for lunch, and I haven't got anything done today. Well, I probably have. I took out all the garbage and done a few things, but I mean, I haven't got done what I thought I would. So this is just a light lunch right here. It's just shrimp. There's a little bit of tartar sauce in here and a little bit of cocktail sauce that I'll use to dip these in. I'm going to put maybe 1 teaspoon of honey, Manuka honey, in my tea this morning, my little Touch tea that my sweet little granddaughter picked out for me. I'm not sure what kind it is. Oh yeah, it's white tea and passion fruit, which will be great. I love white tea and passion fruit. Let me go ahead and turn this teapot on. I'm looking forward to getting all of this Christmas stuff up and getting cleaned up. This is how it is every year when I drag out whatever I'm going to use for the holidays. Let me see if I can get this honey with one hand. No, I couldn't get it with one hand. Now, you could have this honey on toast. You could just eat it by itself. It's so good. But I'm having it in my tea this morning. I don't always have Manuka honey. I have many other honeys. I like wildflower honey, clover honey, and just a lot of different honeys. But this one I just so happened to pick up at Home Goods. It was a really good deal, and so that we're enjoying that. Outside my window, it is cold this morning. Most of the leaves have fallen off. It missed us. The ice and everything they were calling for missed us this morning, so we just had rain. We had rain last night. Donald got a lot of things done that he wanted to get done, and I am so glad because he's just busy all the time. He has a lot going on, but he got a lot accomplished. But he said he worked himself so much yesterday that he couldn't go to sleep. He was so geared up that he had trouble resting last night, and of course that's never good. But I try to give him some tea and make him as comfortable as I can so that he'll be able to rest. But he was just feeling a little dragged out today because he didn't feel like he got enough rest. And I know that's common at this time of the year when there's so much to do. Not only is it the holidays, Christmas is coming up. That's a big holiday for us and for many people I know. But it's also the end of the year. So there's a lot of things you have to get done by the end of the year. So he's struggling to get some things done, and he is working from sun up to sundown. He worked last night. It was like 10:30 or so, and he got all that deer processed that he had harvested so that we can have meat for this winter. And so that took some of his time last night. Of course, he works a full-time job, and he has other responsibilities that just really keep him really busy. But that's just life. That's how it is. It's like that for a lot of people. I'm going to have this shrimp for lunch this morning. I've got the water in the electric kettle. You know, that'd be a great Christmas present for somebody that loves hot drinks, whether it be coffee, hot chocolate, hot tea. You know, these electric tea kettles, it doesn't have to be this brand. I've had this one for a long time. But these are wonderful to have. I know they really help out when I'm trying to fix something. I'm going to take the tails off the shrimp and go ahead and have some lunch. Just waiting on my tea here so I can make me a cup of tea. And then I've got all of this Christmas stuff I'm going to go through, put it where it goes, and get all the things ready for Christmas. That's looking good. This does too. It's a light lunch. I've got a lot to do. I don't like to eat anything heavy in carbs when I got to run around and get everything done, you know, around the house when I got a lot to do. I've got one of Donald's shirts on that's big and comfortable. Got a light lunch here and a good cup of tea. This white tea and passion fruit. I'm going to enjoy that. And then I'm going to get busy around here. I'll try to share with y'all some of the things I do. This is the other side of the Joy to the World cup. So you got Joy to the World on this side. And you've got the nativity scene on this side. Are you okay? I'm having this little pear with it, with lunch today. It's good. I'm going to have to take some of my pot holders and wash them. They got dirty when I was fast and hard cooking in there for Thanksgiving. Well, that was good lunch. That was a good lunch. Light, nutritious, just enough. Waiting for my tea to cool off a little bit where I can taste it. Got Biscuit in the window. She's hanging out with me. Little booger. She wants to play. She's just a baby, so she wants to play all the time. Cookie's downstairs cuddled up. I noticed he was taking a nap. When it rains or something, he is the first to go down in a cozy spot. He doesn't want to be bothered, but he did come and jump in my lap and get lovin's this morning. So he's not neglected in any way. In fact, he's getting special treats. I gave them special Thanksgiving treats. There's some stuff called, what is that stuff called? Let me look and I'll show you. This is where I keep the cat food. They're in Madeline's closet. These are the ones I got for my little grand cat that I love. But these are called Delectables. And they're really good. They're just a little bitty pouch, you know, a little strip in here. There's only 4 of them in this container. But they're, I really don't know what they are. They're kind of like a gravy. They're a treat. But my cats love them. So Cookie got one of those this morning. He got a delectable treat, like a little gravy treat. And then the kitty, it just got a little bit of it because, you know, it's small. I'm trying to get it on a healthy diet before I start giving it too many treats. I give it a mix of hard food and soft canned food. But they're doing good. The kitties are doing really good. They're excited about me pulling all this stuff out for Christmas. They've been smelling of all the boxes. I guess they smell different because, you know, they've been stored away. My tea's still hot, but it is really good. It's a good tea. I'm looking forward to enjoying it while I decorate this tree. I've got all of these decorations. I've decided I'm going to make my little grand cat a stocking. I've got other grand cats. My daughter has 2 cats. And I've got a son that's got 4 cats. So we've all got cats. And I love all of them. They're my grand cats. But I picked him up one of these little stockings so that I can make him a little stocking. Well, I've got this tree. I'm going to go ahead and decorate it. It looks like I missed a spot right here. You know, even though you've got an artificial tree, you still have to get out here and fluff it up after it's been packed in a box. We pack ours back in the same box we bought it in. I think I got this. I've shared this with you before. I got this tree at Sam's probably probably 3 or 4 years ago now. We've had it for a while. I really like the look of it. It's got like blue spruce, fronds. We used to buy live trees for years until Donald took it out and set one on fire one time just to see how fast it would go up. And it went up in a matter of seconds. And he said, oh, I think we're just going to not ever have a live tree again because I think these might burn slower. I don't know. I hope not. I hope never have to worry about it, but just being safer than sorry. I noticed some lights went out here. I worked on this when I got it up to make sure all the lights was working, but I left it on for a while so I could tell what is working and what's not, and there's still some that's not going to be working, so it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead on with it. I've got plenty of ornaments, plenty of things packed up here that I'm going to put on this tree. So a lot of this I think is ribbons. Look at this. Things I bought over the years. I shared with you my thing that I bought this year was that crystal nutcracker, and I can't decorate with that until right here at the very end. This is like a little bell off of their playhouse. So I'll hang that. I hang things like that on the tree. Let's see what's in these boxes. Oh, these are the clear bulbs that we sometimes put memories in. So there's not a lot in this container that I'll be using. There's some ribbon and there's some extra lights. Now these are some little ornaments that I bought extra this year, and that's these right here. Bought a few little gingerbread ornaments to add to it. I'll have to untangle those, put those on the tree. There's some more of those clear ornaments. I have grandchildren. They like to put stuff in them and make Christmas balls. Some of these little things right here. I thought about doing a theme tree and just doing an all gold tree, but I decided that I wasn't going to do that. Now here's some ornaments that Donald made for me one year for Christmas. I don't know if I've ever shared those with y'all or not. But these are just spindles, and he cut them up and put an eye hook in the bottom of them, and I just love them on the tree, so I'm going to use these this year. These are pretty. I left them the original color that I think he made these from a piece of furniture. I can't remember what it was now. I don't know if it was an antique bed frame or exactly what it was. But I like the way they look on the tree. I think they're pretty. They're a little bit primitive, a little rustic. And that's okay. If you know that I'm eclectic. So I'm definitely going to use all of these that he's made for me one Christmas right here. And let's see, I also have some sugared fruit. It's really glitter, but back in the day it was sugar. And I'll be using a lot of that on the tree too. Got several boxes of that. I have a lot of ribbon in these boxes tucked away that I buy after Christmas. I buy the after Christmas ribbon and then I tuck it into my totes, and then I have it next year. So there's a lot of ribbon in this particular tote. I think I got these at Sam's, and you get a lot of ribbon for a good price. Let me see. What is down in here? Oh, that's more glittered fruit. There's a couple of really big, pretty ornaments. Probably got those for Christmas. More Merry Christmas. And we bought a new Frosty book. But it looks like we had one here in storage. I bet it doesn't play anymore. No, it doesn't. The battery's dead. But it's still a good book. There's a Charlie Brown Christmas. Here's Frosty the Snowman. We got a few other Christmas books I'll be getting out. At this rate, it'll take me all day to get this thing done. It'll take me all day to get this tree decorated, maybe 2 or 3 days. I'm going to try to go easy because some of you noticed in my last video it looked like I had a black eye. I do not have a black eye. But if I have a condition, a neurological condition. If I have too much stress, the right side of my head swells up. And then once it swells up and it starts going back down, my eye will look bruised. And my head will feel bruised. So that's what that was. So, you know, I don't have any makeup on, so you're going to notice all those subtle things. And but I just want to let you know I don't have a black eye. And if it is black, it's just from the neurological condition that I have from having migraines. And now, instead of having a migraine, this thing, one side of my head just swells up, and then I have to lay down for a few days, and then I get over it, and then it takes like a day or two to recover. It feels like this side of my head is just sore from that. That's just something I've had maybe for the last 20 years. Something I deal with, and so if my eye looks funny in that last video, I apologize. I didn't realize that it was going to look like that. And then when I edited, I thought it was just bad lighting. But yeah, that's what that was. No need to worry about that. That's just something that I deal with. All right, I'm going to try and hang some of the big baubles on first down at the bottom. Now this tree is pretty low to the ground. And you know, it's popular to have a Christmas tree collar, whether that be made from metal or made from straw. I've saw a lot of different Christmas tree collars. They come in 2 pieces. One goes in the front, and then the back side slides on. But I've got this shower curtain right here. I thought it was really pretty. I thought it was pretty Christmas colors. And I don't really have room with this tree. As you can see, this tree goes all the way down to the floor over here. So I'm not going to put a collar on this. In fact, I couldn't find one small enough that I thought would fit this tree. This tree's not a huge tree. I mean, it's really tall. And it's not really a pencil tree. It's just somewhere, just like a notch above a pencil tree. So it's not real skinny, but it's not real fat and full either. It's the perfect size, and that's the reason we bought this tree, because it fit right here where we've got to put it. But talking about tree skirts, I have some beautiful tree skirts. Beautiful tree skirts that I've collected over the years. I've got the beautiful purple satin. I've got red velvet. I mean, I have some quilted ones. I have some beautiful tree skirts. But I'm not going to use those this year. I'm just going to take this shower curtain that I bought. I thought it was so pretty. I liked the fabric in it. It's kind of tapestry-like, and it's got Christmas colors. I like the colors that are in it. The muted green, the burgundy red, and the golds. I thought would just be so pretty under this tree. Now, growing up, my mom always put a white sheet under it, like it had snowed, and that was what was under our Christmas tree, always was a white sheet. But I'm going to diverge away from that a little bit and just put this colored shower curtain under here for my tree skirt. Now I'll just crawl under here and put this tree skirt. You know, the good thing about a shower curtain is it's long, it's rectangular. So I just kind of scrunched it up a little and wrapped it around the tree. Biscuit is helping me. She is just interested in what I'm doing under this tree. She thinks it's just something to play with, and she's just curious as she can be. Now she's looking at it like, oh, what did you put under here? You've added something new. Now, every cat we've ever had has got up under the Christmas tree and laid down. Evidently, they think the lights are warm. And so they get up here, and they just get up under here and lay down. So this is the tree skirt solution. Small, easy to make, easy to find and use. And so that's what's under our tree right now. Now I'm going to get ready and just go ahead and start putting some baubles on it. I'm considering whether or not I should use this beaded garland that I've got. Now I've got beaded garland in red, and I've got it in gold. This one is so heavy. I don't know what it's made out of. It must be glass beads because that's a heavy garland. But I also have these, which are smaller. And I think I got 2 of these. And they all vary in shades, which to me, you know, makes it more interesting. I would rather have one that varied in shade than I had a matchy-matchy, because this adds so much more interest. These are bigger, these are smaller. I could just do the smaller ones, or I could do the bigger ones. But I think that would look pretty now. I've got red beaded garland. I had 2 of these, but I used one over there on our little bitty tree that me and Donald put up. And it's right here. Isn't that cute? So I didn't overload this like I usually do. I usually put a lot of decoration right here. But I kept it simple this year, and Donald helped me. Now, I put this tree up. You know, we have to have a ladder because it's so high up there. I'm standing on the steps showing it to you. But I put that tree up by myself, and it just flipped off and fell on the floor. And it landed down here in the foyer upright. But Donald, he put some kind of little band or something on the bottom to hold it on and stuck it back up there for me. And you can see my presents are tilted back. I've got a little piece of double-sided tape in between those to keep those from moving around. The thing is, when we come and go out of the door, it vibrates stuff up here, and we kind of have to secure it a little bit. Now, the heavy stuff, those ceramic cookie jars, those are the ones we've had since our kids were little. And then I gave several of them to the other kids because, you know, I had a Christmas tree and some different things, and I had them for decades when my kids were growing up, but now it's time to pass them on. Maybe their family and kids can enjoy them. And the 2 that I've got, this one, these 2 snowmen, it says 1982. That's the year Donald and I was married. And then there's on his little scarf, you can see, I don't know if you can see it from this distance or not, but it has the name of our 3 children on it. And so that's cute. And I've had this one for a very long time. This is a penguin. The Rudolph accidentally got broken one year. And so these are, I think, I may have one more cookie jar downstairs in the decor closet. But this is all I had room to put up here. And as you can see, they've got a couple of teacups, so they're going to have tea out there. Evidently, it's going to be snow tea, right? Because a snowman couldn't drink anything else, nor a penguin. But then I got this little wagon that's got the 2 little gingerbread in it. And I put one of those little trees in a little container my friend gave me right here. I put a tree in it, and I just thought it was cute. I was going to put a bigger tree, but it wouldn't fit in there. The bigger tree base wouldn't fit in there, so I had to use a smaller one. But I just thought that was cute. Donald helped me with that last night, secure that tree, but I wanted to show you the red beaded garland on there. You can see I just used that one, and it looks kind of like beaded cranberries. And then I got a red and white checked bows, real simple to make, and candy canes. So this is the foyer decor for this year. And I did use the red garland on that. And I wouldn't hesitate to put one of these on. I may just go ahead and put the big one on and see how it looks. And we'll decide. This is the before. I like to put the garland on before I put too many ornaments on, because if you don't, then you're just rearranging after you get the garland put on. So to save time and energy, I'm just going to go ahead and try this gold garland, and I'll show you a before and after. Now they are looking good. The garland is looking really good. You can see right there, it's going all the way down. There's a little sag right here. I'll have to fix that, but everything else is looking really good. I'm not sure what that garland's made out of. I think that garland is vintage because it is really, really heavy. It tings if you put it against metal, and it's not plastic. So I'm not sure if it's glass or what exactly what it is. But we got it on. I got to lift this up a little bit. You can see there's kind of like a hole right here. Not anything to put it on, but I can lift it up a little bit and put it on the next one. And then I think it'll look better than it does just laying down there. So I'll get that picked up and put on. And now I'm just going to fill it in with ornaments. I'm going to put the biggest ornaments on the bottom, and I'll put those wooden ornaments all the way around, and then I'll fill in with all the other ones that I have. I won't make you watch me put on every excruciating ornament. That would be a disaster. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some on, and then I'll let you see it afterwards. Well, I just came in from outside. I had to feed the animals and everything's heavily frosted. It's beautiful out there, but it's chilly. The sun's coming out, but it's still cold. Well, I wanted to show you that I did get the tree decorated. I got it decorated. One of my little granddaughters helped me there. And I just wanted to share with you how pretty it turned out. Now, I just wanted to put mainly fruit on here. I did put that gold garland you saw that I put on. I did put that on. But my little granddaughter said, Grammy, you can't have a fruit tree for Christmas. Of course you can. You can have a fruit tree for Christmas. But she wanted to add other ornaments. So I certainly let her add those other ornaments on. I did not dissuade her creativity whatsoever. I wanted her to go ahead and add what she wanted to add. But she helped me decorate it, and she was a pleasure. I just used a fraction of what I've got. You know, over the years, I've amassed plenty of ornaments. I did not put a star or an angel on top like I usually do. I put that little fruit cluster up there on top. That sugared fruit, you know, in the Victorian times, they did this to real fruit. They had the apples and they boiled a syrup and dipped the apples in and then rolled them in sugar. Sugar was such a luxury back in the old days. It sure was. My hands are still dirty because I was outside in the garden. But here are the fruits. This one doesn't look as sugared as some of the rest of them, but I think they're really pretty. I love the glitter of the sugared fruit, and that's what we have on the tree this year. I love how it turned out. I think it's really pretty. And, of course, we've got a camera on here for the throwback to the channel, my videoing of the channel. And then we've got a teacup or two here and there. And let me remind you, decorate with what you love. Pick out what you love and decorate your tree, and it'll turn out to be a tree that you love. My sister once, they decorated a tree with stuffed animals and things that their kids really liked, and that was one of the sweetest trees that I have ever saw. I love trees that are sentimental and have things that reflect the owner, and that's the kind of trees that I enjoy. Now, I've got a lot more decorating I've got to do. This is just the tree. I've got other things that I've got put out, and everything is straight out everywhere. But I did want to show you the tree that we got it decorated and that we're so happy with it. I am happy with it. I don't think I can step back farther enough to show you the whole tree at once. It's just me having to show you up close and personal. That's my video style. That's how I always show my videos, just up close and personal. And so that's what you'll see here. And I'll hopefully do a whole house Christmas tour when I get it all decorated. Right now, it's just the tree. I have yet to decorate outside or really any other place. I sure do thank you for joining my channel today, for joining me on this video. I do have a link where you can join this channel. My brother-in-law said that he had to unsubscribe and then subscribe back for the link for the join the channel to work. I'm not sure what's going on with it, But I do have a channel membership. If you're interested in that, you can check that out, and maybe it'll give you some access and perks to some different things on the membership channel. Thank you for joining me today and let me share my tree with you. I appreciate you, and like always, until next time.